Hey everyone, it's Chaos World here with Cal, and I'm going to be doing the All About the Dolls tag today. So I printed it out all old school. I'm still a paper gal. Anyways, so let's get into it. So question number one, do you prefer box openings or completion slash customization reveals and doll versus owner videos? That's a hard one for me because I like them all, but I'm gonna have to go with box openings, and because I just like seeing the excitement in the owner's eyes when they get the doll. Especially my absolute favorite is like when the doll is like more beautiful than they expected, or they get something extra, and then you just get to see their joy and excitement and surprise all in there. I just love it. So that's what I like for more. Number two, during a box opening, would you prefer to see the doll first or the goodies first, and why? I like to see the goodies first because I just like the build up to seeing the doll. Sometimes, like, what I don't like is like when people say they're opening bubble wrap for like super, super long, and I'm just like, come on, but if they're like, they get into it really quickly and then they go through the stuff they got, I like to see that. And then I get to, the build up is there, and then you get to see the doll, and you're like, woo! Well, at least I am. Number three, when you're expecting a new doll, do you look up doll videos on YouTube for that particular scope? The thing for me is I usually do this, like I'll look up videos and pictures and all that stuff before I even order the doll, just so I just know what I could expect. Like if I'm getting from the company, I just know like, okay, like the company is gonna pack it like this, or the company might do this when I get mine. So I like to just see, and I like to see what people do to give me ideas if I want to do something in that genre or not. But sometimes I do watch videos while I'm waiting, but not usually. I usually do all that stuff before I order. Number four, do you prefer face-to-face doll meets or socializing with various doll people on social media, and why? I prefer social media. I've been to doll meets, and literally my number one reason is because like I get so anxious in real life meetups. It is debilitating. Not always, but most times. So it takes a lot of energy for me to go to a meet than it does for me to chat online. And because I'm in the comforts of my own home, and I know like if anything goes south, I could just click and I'm off. Real life, I have to come up with an excuse to get out of there. And also, just like Seahedgehog, I get to talk to people who I normally wouldn't, because when I first started the hobby, before I went to a local meetup, which my local meetup is not even in my city, it's in the city over. So I got to do meets online with people and interact that way, which was really nice. And going to real meetups can be a hassle because I work weekends. That's just how my job is. It's just a weekend-based job. And like most people want to meet up on weekends, so that doesn't work for me. So it's just nicer online. There's more flexibility. Number five, do you prefer awake or sleep dolls, and why? I prefer awake just because when I do photo stories, it looks weird sometimes if I just have a doll that's like asleep. Like their eyes are just closed. The characters are just casually talking. The person, aka the doll, the characters just has their eyes closed. I don't know. To me, it just seems weird. I'd rather just have an alternate head, but where their eyes are closed, then yeah. I'd rather just have an alternate head. Okay, so awake dolls for sure. 6, do you prefer smilers or non-smilers? Why? I think I prefer, I don't know. I like both actually. Like full smile, like I've seen a doll with a full smile, like no, because like it's kind of hard if, again, I do photo stories, so it's kind of hard if my character's angry and they're just like, you know. So I would definitely do non-smiling because I don't know, I just find like it could just be easier for me to work around it. Like for him, I could, if he's embarrassed, he has a straight face, I can just put those little sweat drops on his head and you could tell like, oh my God, he's feeling it. But like if he has a smile like and I try to put like the sweat drops on his head to show like he's nervous or something, it's just like, it's just weird. I don't know. I think it looks weird. Or if they're sad, imagine like the smile like this, but then like just tears running down. Like it just looks too weird, guys. I can't do it. But I do enjoy smiling dolls, however, just not really for photo stories. The dolls that I do have I don't really have any big smilers. They kind of smirk a little. They have a little bit of a smile, but it's subtle. So that works for me. But yeah, I definitely take a neutral face. 7. What do you look for in a doll? Do you prefer more realism or more posability? That's a really hard one for me, actually. What do I look for in a doll? That's hard. It depends on the character, honestly. Since most of my characters are character based, so like, I'm gonna say, for example, my long soul Z Sunny. She is a very cheery character. She's like a bubbly airhead, basically. So I was looking for a more happier looking sculpt. Like I would not pick a sculpt that looks like this all broody for Sunny because her character is super energetic and bubbly and happy. So it just depends on the character. When I first started the hobby, I was a big fan of the sad faces. I don't know why. I just really liked sad faces. And I also liked really like cutesy, kind of childish like, but I grew out of that really quickly. So now it just depends on the character. I find recently I've been getting more neutral face or broody face. I don't know. Some of them look broody, but more neutral faces is what I find that I've been getting. For boys, I like handsome faces. That's for sure. And yeah, as I said, depending on the character, will completely determine on what doll I'll be looking for. Do you prefer more realism or more posability? That's an extremely hard one because I do photo stories, so I like a doll who can pose. It gets extremely frustrating if I have a doll who can't pose well, but I can usually work around it by like hot glue sueding, wiring, etc. Photo magic don't photograph their left side type thing. So I'm just gonna go with the realism because if they look like a box, you can't fix that. Even with editing, you can't really fix that. So yeah, so the last question, do you prefer telling everyone about your doll hobby? Why or why not? I didn't want to be too aggressive, but absolutely not. No, I do not tell everyone because I don't know, it's just my private type thing that I just like to enjoy. Also, like, at least in my family, I'm in a family of big mouths. So like if I tell one person usually, then everybody's gonna know about it because they're just gonna casually bring it up, and it's like I didn't really want everybody knowing about my dolls, you know, because it's just my thing. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's more of my private thing. Like a few people, like I think 2 of my family members know about it, possibly 3. But I know 2 family members know about it, and only one knows. The other one just knows I like dolls. They don't know any more than that. So there's that. None of my friends know about it. Unless they find me on YouTube, then that's their own thing to find out, and they could ask me about it if they want, but I'm not going to tell them. Yeah. I don't know. I guess, like, and another reason why I don't tell people is because just like the friends and family I have, I already know that they're not really going to be interested. Like they're not going to join the hobby or anything like that. So I just feel like it's a waste of my time trying to explain like this is a ball jointed doll. This is what they do. This is what I do. They're just going to be like, okay, good for you type thing. Or, oh, that's kind of weird, but okay, you know, one of that. But it's just, I don't know. just feels like a waste of my breath to try to explain it to them. So I guess that is all the questions. And thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.